Welcome to the channel. I'll show you exactly how I set up an Intex pool pump on my cold plunge. This channel and all of my other social media profiles stemmed from my buddy getting a $7,000 plunge unit and me thinking, hey, I could do this myself, but for way cheaper. So if you're thinking the same thing, make sure to subscribe and follow me on both TikTok and Instagram. I have a private Facebook group as well, you may as well jump in there. If you choose to follow me on those channels, you'll probably notice that this setup has evolved over time. It has a couple different looks. What I'm about to show you is the best way that I've found to do it. Let's dig in. The first thing you need to do is cut some 1 1/4 inch tubing. I cut roughly, I think 3.5, 4 inch pieces here. If you have something in that neighborhood, you'll be good to go. So the first step is taking your 3/4 inch to 1 1/4 inch barbed fitting and putting your cut 1 1/4 inch pipe onto it. If the barbed fittings that you find don't look exactly like mine, have no fear. When I went to the store to buy these, there was a variety in styles. I ultimately went with the one on the left. I don't know if it's better or worse, but it's what I did. Now, if yours is anything like mine, it's probably not going to go on very easy. So let me show you a trick on how to do this. Grab both pieces of tubing and both fittings, and let's head to the kitchen. So get your water boiling or almost boiling, and then just dip your tubing inside. From there, you should be able to take this fitting and with relative ease, slide that on. Like so. Then, we'll do the same thing with the other side. If your parts are still being stubborn, you can also use some dish soap to help slide those pieces together. You should also, I should say, take your stickers off before doing this. Then, once you have both of these, you can see that this one's a little more round than this one, so I'm actually just going to use this water, like so, to heat that up a little bit, and then kind of reshape that opening ever so slightly. So there we go. We are looking pretty good there. All right, and we're back to the garage. And this time we have our adapters onto our 1 1/4 inch tubing. Now, what I'll do is I'll take this and hook it up to the pool pump. All you do here is take your tubing and wiggle it all the way through, being careful not to make little twists like that. So if that happens, just back it out and do very little back and forth motions there, and then do the same thing on the top. And again, being careful not to twist that ring. You want that to stay right in its place there. So voila! I forgot to mention, we will also be using hose clamps. You'll be using 4 hose clamps to keep this together. You might be able to get away with only using 2 and attaching them from the tubing to the pump because we basically melted that tubing onto that PVC piece, but for good measure, you may as well do 4. Hose clamps are pretty cheap. And here's the final result. Your Intex pump has been converted to PVC fittings and is now so much more versatile. You can obviously see that I did not attach that last hose clamp. I've gone through several pumps since this setup, but I wanted to show you guys quickly how to do this for yourself. You can now use 3/4 inch tubing to connect your pump, chiller, and tub all together. With the DIY cold plunge experiment, I have learned a ton since the days of setting up my pool pump. Make sure to follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video.